All right, hey everybody, it's been a while, but glad to be back making a video on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the charts. So, 5 days ago or so, we hit 124,000, about $500, and that was a new all-time high. That was just 5 days ago. And I don't know about you guys, even if you remember back then, but sentiment at that all-time high wasn't that exciting. I didn't feel like people were in this euphoric, like overly excited, exuberant, bull mode, new all-time high feel. It wasn't there. And now we're sitting at, with a fairly sizable pullback down to 113. People feel, I guess the sentiment feels grim. People feel like down. And we were at a new all-time high 5 days ago. A month or two ago, 113,000 was incredibly exciting. And now it feels like, sentiment, I don't feel this way, but sentiment-wise on crypto Twitter and just the internet in general, like people feel down about this. Like, oh my God, we're crashing. So it's just interesting to see how quickly sentiment can change and how numb people get to these numbers. 113, like I said, several months ago was incredibly exciting, but now it's a bummer. So something to keep some perspective on. I'm just going to touch on some news on the day. Robinhood listed SUI. Now available to trade on Robinhood. I don't recommend Robinhood. I wouldn't use it for your crypto. I wouldn't use it in general, to be honest with you. But it is a good indication of where retail attention is going. They do tend to list kind of the bigger names, the projects that people want to trade, kind of the more popular projects. And a ton of people use Robinhood, so it'll give some attention. I think a Robinhood listing used to have kind of that Coinbase listing effect where it would get a little bit of a pump and people would get excited about it. I don't think that's happening as much anymore as they list more and more digital assets. In general, crypto markets have been down the last several days anyways, but there was no reaction on the news of this in the SUI chart. So SUI's down as well with the rest of the market. Kind of the only other big thing that people are waiting for is the decision on these Fed rate cuts. Next meeting is in September, but Jerome Powell is also speaking at the end of the week. He's speaking on August 22nd. So people are kind of just waiting to hear what his sentiment is going to be when he does speak. He's not going to announce any rate cuts there, but he could hint at what he's thinking on doing in September. So we're in a manipulated downtrend right now. This person's saying adding spot and low level is the play, and I believe market makers will hunt the liquidity pockets I set limit longs for. No funning myself out. So this person just talking about longing the market and some speculation on the rate cuts. But taking a look at Poly Market, if you're not familiar, this is where you can essentially bet on anything. People are betting on what the rate cuts are going to be, the next chance of a Fed rate cut. So people are saying during the September meeting is currently at a 74% chance. It's pretty high compared to what it was last month. I don't know how to see that on here, but I know it was significantly lower percent chance. So looking at these numbers, people are anticipating a cut for sure at some point this year. I think a lot of people are probably hoping for more than one cut, but it looks like at least one cut coming. So that is kind of what the market is hinging on right now. Like people are waiting for that cut to have assets boom, essentially. Let's take a look. Like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, but just take a look at some of the other charts here. ETH down, got pretty close to getting a new all-time high, but did not, and is pulled back since, down to about $4,100. ADA chart, looking pretty good. I think ADA chart looks honestly like pretty healthy. Had a nice pump up to about just over $1. I think it hit like $1.02. Has pulled back since pretty substantially, actually down to like 85 cents. Could be a good entry on Cardano. I think anytime you can buy Cardano under $1, you're looking good. Compared to some of these other like large blue chip projects, Cardano has, I was trying to show you the previous all-time high, which I think is about $3, give or take. But I don't know that this chart goes back that far. It does, but it's a little little skewed here. Yeah, so just over $3 was the previous all-time high for Cardano, and sitting at 85 cents, it seems like a pretty good buying opportunity to me. Taking a look at SUI again. Yeah, SUI sitting at 347. I also wanted to take a look at XRP real quick. Let's do that before we end this video. So XRP, again, if you like compare the ADA chart to the XRP chart, XRP has kind of passed its old previous all-time high and then is now sitting at 289. So comparing the two, I think I gotta look at a better chart here. We're gonna look at, it's not a better chart actually, but we're gonna look at CoinGecko. What the? I don't know what that is, but don't buy it. So XRP, had that long lawsuit that kind of kept things stifled for a long time and has since broken out substantially and did just barely reach that new all-time high, 355 compared to 340 back here. So I think when Cardano gets its new all-time high, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful sight. I'm kind of hedging my bets on that play. But hey, this isn't financial advice. Do what you want, man. Invest. It's your money, not mine. So that's all. Just wanted to make a quick video. I'm trying to get in the habit of making these videos more consistently. So I do appreciate anyone who made it through the video and who subscribes to the channel. I appreciate you so much. Take good care of yourselves. Peace.